Have you ever loaded into a map so bad that it makes you wanna... Of course you have, but let's discuss why these maps are bad for your improvement and why you should stop sending them in for VOD reviews, especially if you are a support player. I've been getting a ton of VODs on Circuit Royale lately. Usually I wouldn't have problems with maps, as in lower elos you can pretty much run anything and still clutch out some wins if you are confident enough. Circuit Royale though is not one of those maps. It is very difficult to teach someone how to get better at Ana, for example, on this map. Let's take a look at attack first. When doing an Ana VOD, I usually have a mental checklist in my head. Do they look for aggressive nades as opposed to defensive nades? Do they look to take positions that are safe but allow them to hit aggressive nades easily? And how do they use nano boost on targets to enhance their activation? Let's focus on the first 2 points though. On screen, where is Ana supposed to go to hit more aggressive nades by herself without the help of her team? That is a trick question. There is nowhere for her to go without a Sigma shielding her across, and even when that does happen, the enemy is likely going to rotate back to another corner. On other maps and situations, there is almost always somewhere for the player to take an angle and make it work. But with the way Circuit is, and the rampant use of snipers on this map, it makes it almost impossible to do without the help of a teammate, which is not happening in ladder as they usually have their own ulterior motives. Second point offense doesn't make it any better either. If you lose the momentum and the defending team holds the high ground, you are, pardon my French, beyond f***ed, making third point a challenge within itself if you can manage to even get there. Flipping the lens though, let's take a look at defense. The way the same Ana would have to play on this side is to maybe try and look for a nade up close, but this is dangerous and unlikely, especially in ladder. Instead, she is likely going to have to just sit in the back and poke the enemy the whole time, more than likely at a Sigma shield. The same is true for the second and third points, but it's not as bad. The problem is, out of the 6 possible points on attack and defense you can play, 2/3 of them are not going to help you on any other map if you choose to review them. Herein lies the problem. It is very difficult to get fundamentally better at Overwatch through playing and reviewing these maps, and that is why they suck. It is as simple as running BAP and Zen and calling it a day for most players, no matter what the overarching meta is that season. Maps like Junkertown have the same problem as Circuit, although it isn't as bad. You will see a reoccurring theme here though. Really long sightlines on the first point and heavily defender-sided second points. Fundamentals of Overwatch cannot really be applied until the third point, when compositional variety typically takes place in ladder scenarios. Yet again, Junkertown is another map where, as a support, you are stuck to a pretty tight cast of characters for the most part, where you will be hoping that your DPS carry through the game. Try and yuck a nade with Ana across the map consistently here, it's going to be very difficult. But if these maps suck, what should Blizzard do about them? Take them out of the game? No. These maps still serve somewhat of a purpose in this game, especially in competitive play. As much as I hate to admit it, it forces variety rather often playing on a map like Circuit. If you suck at the current meta like Penn State does right now, just go Circuit when the escort pick comes around and out-mechanic the enemy team. It's a simple map win then. That being said, it doesn't really help you get better at Overwatch right now. It helps you get better at playing Circuit Royale Overwatch, or Junkertown Overwatch, and some would argue Havana Overwatch. So next Free VOD Friday, do your best to stay away from the Circuit Royales and the Junkertowns unless you really want to learn how to play on these maps. It really comes down to picking up double sniper with a Sig and a BAP and a Zen, breaking the shield first, and killing the enemy team efficiently with solid aim. Do you guys hate these maps as much as I do, or am I just complaining too much again? I hope to see you all again at 2 p.m. Eastern time this Friday for Free VOD Friday, but until next time, I've got to peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.